Hey, good morning, everyone. DayTraderRockStar here, and we're doing a little video showing you some of the ways I use the tradometer. This morning is a Friday morning, and the market is just opening, making new lows on the day. I'm waiting for the next alert. We've only had a couple alerts today, which is great. So I want to show you how I set these up sometimes. We should have an alert coming up to us soon. So let me bring this over here and kind of show it to you. Now, what I did was I actually took the YM chart off of here. All right, we just got an ES set up here. Just came in. You can see that the two green triangles that just were plotted off of here. And again, I removed the YM
Low tick alert.
just because I find that to be a little more choppier. I enjoy doing the ES and Q
Low
here.
tick alert.
So at this point right now, we're going to take our DOM, which is a bracket trader. I'll bring it over here. And we're going to take that long right here. We're going to start off with two contracts here. What I normally do is take this indicator off of any other indicators that are on the screen. In this case, we have a volume profile line here at 2046, and right underneath that, the pivot area. So this works the best when you actually have a tradometer set up and an adjoining or an indicator that's also lining up at the same time. And you can see the reaction here. Perfect. All right, you can see the nice bounce. Normally, I would actually kind of monitor this, and depending on what the levels are and what the market's looking like. Right now, we're kind of a pullback type of day, so we did pull back down to this level. Lots of times we'll watch that 20-period moving average, but more importantly, we watch this rotation here, and this rotation hasn't started rotating back up yet. So we're going to see we get a rotation here that's going to bring us back up to 49. I'll move this down to about 49. Just let this play out. But normally, I'm the type of person that's, we want to recognize that bounce, understand the type of the day it is, and then kind of adjust our strategy.
YM tradometer oversold.
Now we had a YM, but I'm not really paying attention to the YM right now. It's more of the NQ or the ES, in this case the ES. Probably the hardest part of the trade is, dealing with that first bounce and feeling it, giving it back, and seeing those profits here. You had something, then you give it back, but that's probably the house, we call the house edge, kind of preying off of traders' insecurities and not having enough patience. I always try to keep a hand on my closeout button, which will close out the trade if I feel like, hey, we did a pretty good job on this. Like I said, the first level I'd be watching here is at 2049 and probably taking it off on that, or at least close to it. Let's move it down to 48.75. All right, so maybe we just, again, see if we get right back up here. Very close to that 48.75 level. And as we come back down here, now, see again, it's always tricky on these levels. what I like about the tradometer, it kind of lets you get the best levels possible. You can put your trade in there. Lots of times just push a break-even stop up there and then just let the action go. And that way you're kind of limiting your risk and you're not paying attention to it. Paying attention to and micromanaging sometimes will get you out of your game. All right, and there we have it. So we're going to move this back over here. You can see where the alert came in. How was he pushed up here? There's a slight little pullback underneath it, but usually within a few minutes, that price is moving back up above that buy signal. And in this case, we'll probably end up looking back. If we look at today's action today, we had an alert here about 9:55. You can see a nice move from 2049 to 2054, which is a great trade. And before that, we had a little one, gave us a 2-point bounce. And this one, again, continued to work. So now you can see we actually had a bigger pop on this as we got to blow through this, and that's what happens. You have to stick to your strategy. One of the good exiting strategies is pay attention to the top band stochastic here, which is the 1443, 1444 full stochastic. But you could use slow also, and you just wait for that first rotation up here. As you can see, market goes into a series of stair-stepping action. Sometimes you can stair step down, stair step up, but each time you come into a level that corresponds with either a previous trend line and the oversold level, then you could actually watch it. In this case, we're just ripping right through it. But there's no doubt about it, this is where I'd be taking profits into it if I continue to hold on to that before. All right, we just had another alert here, just going into 11:30. I'm going to move it over here to where you can see we have both an NQ and an ES alert here. You can see both arrows pointing down, looking for a pullback. We just had that plotted right here at 2054, basically, on the ES, and NASDAQ here already starting to pull back off of that level. You can see it right up there in the 42.75 area and pulling right back hard off of it. I do have the NQ chart. I do follow. It's underneath here, but right now we'll mark this off. Actually, I usually just take that short into that, so we take that short into that, even though I did
NQ tradometer overbought.
And you can hear it. And for testing purposes, I'm not exactly on right on it, but it should work out fine. I usually mark off a square here representing that tradometer signal. This square here doesn't really represent the tradometer signal. It really represents that trend line. We said we want to watch that level. But the key level right now is the setup that just happened right now. So we'll let this play out.
NQ tradometer overbought.
Now at this point also I will be kind of looking at my chart, seeing what the chart is show me anything. We have maybe a small little topping trend line here. It's hard to really gauge that. Normally we'll just kind of zoom out here and take a bigger picture here, and you can see that's not bad. The only thing we do is have that alert that's working for us. There's not much else out there. And you can see we're starting to see the profit start to build up here. And again, the same situation. You could put a break even area up there. I got in a little late. You could have got in at around that 55 area. I got in basically at 54, so I already gave it a point before I even got in. So this is definitely a trade that would have worked out if you took it right at the alert. Market has been decent today. It's been giving us a good channel and a good rotations. So this looks like a perfect day for the tradometer and some of the other indicators that are on the pack. Just remember, each little tick here represents some money, and it's important to understand that even though there might be a fast rotation and we push back up, these profits are here to be taken. These are giving you profits right here. The big question is how much you want to try to take that profit. It's just like a casino. You could continue to let it ride, or you could take it off. Now, you can see a little pullback. It could be a little flag as we push up here and chop around. So that's always the danger. This will give you great entries. But the exits, in some cases will be faster than others. In this case where we had this last tradometer set up at 1045, we have to put a circle in there to represent that. Gave us almost a 10-point move, if not a 10-point move, but close to a 10-point move. All right, so you can see it was pulling back here, but apparently it looks like a little flag. And again, it's really up to you how you want to manage your profits here, because once you start to identify a flag, you might want to just kind of understand that. You watch for that rotation. Now you have a 60-minute, that fast rotation. I want to take it off here. Just lock it in right at that level. So I just locked it in on this rotation. And this is typically how I look at this this type of trade. Giving you a good opportunity to take advantage of a scalping situation, an extended level. You get the tradometer multiple time frame alert. It usually gives you a pinpoint really good levels. And in this case, you have that fast rotation here. This seems to be holding up okay. This could easily turn into a flag. So, not knowing, not being able to foresee the future, I just locked that in here for a little over a point, I think it was. And there you go. You can see this flag starting to move back up. So it felt really good to take profits into that. And what we should do is just wait for that next setup, and the next the next tradometer setup, the next high probability zone. From this point on, we start to measure out some trend lines, take a look at the overall patterns. All right, we had just had another alert, just registered on the setups here. You can see the little plotted point. We had this recent pullback. We pulled back here. Now, the market seems kind of strong today. Let me move this out of the way also. And you can see the NQ also triggered a new spot. Both of these levels really held up good, especially the NQ was really key. Nice pullback from 42.74 all the way back down to 7. It looks like around 70, a little bit below 70. It's a decent move. 69, 68. But let's see how this plays out again. I don't know if I'd rush into this one because we just got a secondary alert. But you can see we've just taken 2 trades off the signals. And nice results from that. I tend to put these levels in here just so we have a marking on the chart. This one looks like it would have just played out perfectly also. Well, you cannot argue about that. Craziness with this indicator. Craziness. All right, put the headphones back on here. Just continue to manage on some of these. I didn't take this as a setup because it was just, I don't know why. I should have. You can't really second guess something that works so well. A reason it works. There's certain underlying formulas that are playing out, and if it triggers, there's probably onto something else that's triggers. We're seeing sellers come in right at that point, a nice level. I mean, it just tagged it once again. It's a really exact setups here. Really just intense and really feels really nice. Some of these. Look at that NASDAQ. Look at the drop off of that. I mean, we nailed both of the tops, all 3 of the bottom here, the 2 tops here, rolled right over. These are also, you can also remove them. If you didn't want to pay attention to the NQ, you can actually X that and bring it over to the right hand side, align it right up here, and you can just deal with that if you want the NQ. or if the YM, which will make it a little big, you won't be able to see them all of them there. So I'll just get rid of the YM for now. I'm not really even seeing alerts happen on the YM today, but that's fine because I'm not paying attention to that. And, you know, right, that's what we have right now going for us. All right, let me jump back on here. And the market has been just consolidating. We'll call it backfilling. We'll call it after yesterday's move. And this is important. Again, this is kind of an educational video on how to use the tradometer. And the tradometer is a great overbought, oversold signal, a great entry signal level, and a great way of keeping out of chop in the market. It works best when there's not a trending market, so it actually works great in these environments. You know, it tries not to, you know, give you false signals. As you can see here, so far we just kind of grind back throughout the day here. You can backfill these charts, and you can pretty much see that each one of these setups have led to a bounce or a pullback. They've all been key. You could zoom in, and each one of these have been a profitable trade. It is, you know, it is what it is. Can't go much into it on a day like this. It's perfect. The next setup that I get, and we didn't get one on the ES. We did get one on the NQ here, and you can see it actually pulled back from that. We can bring up the NQ chart on the over here and actually show you the. You can see we just had a little pullback from 42.80 down to 72. I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention more to the ES right now, but you know, you will get opportunities in every market. And in that case, you know, some markets sometimes are better than others. So we just kind of minimize that, go back here to this ES chart, and wait for that next setup to activate. Now, the important thing here, when I find that the absolutely best levels to use it is when you have the established underlying HPS indicators. Now, I develop this methodology that I rely on 5 different indicators in the market. Now, you don't have to use the tradometer with the 5 different indicators, but I can guarantee you that when you do line them up with recognizable channels, support lines, profile lines, and you know, anything else that goes along with that, pivot points, you know, the patterns, the trend lines, the channels, the pivot areas, the profile zones, these combined with a oversold or overbought level. You know, I'm going to give you a high percentage of I'm going to give you up above 80% of the time you're going to see that move, probably even higher. You know, it's never good to go out there. There's always be news and stuff, so you don't want to rely on it. You always want to be cautious. You always want to have an exit plan. You always want to have that. But, you know, the next good setup here today, excuse me for my cough, is still continuing. I'm just getting over a little bronchitis. But I figured, you know what, I've been trying to do some of these videos and I've been coughing towards them. You're going to have to deal with them. This is a money-making opportunity right now. Next setup here that I get, I probably will take live. And we're going to do a little fun trip to the markets. I'm expecting the markets to push up a little. We just got the... let me double check what we just got here. Got an oversold level up here. And we pulled back. I feel like the market's going to push back up. We have a recognizable little pullback here. Whenever we have a like kind of a pullback, a sharp pullback, and leaves a decent level, we use that level as a pivot area, and we use that to make our channels. Now, I would pay that attention to that. I would also pay attention to this here. Just kind of measure out some of these levels. So we're just waiting for that to, you know, a little pullback. We came down. Right now we have a little pivot area here. But again, you know, really waiting for the tradometer. That's what's keeping me out of the chop here, is the tradometer signal. So I'm waiting for the next signal. Next signal that comes, we're going to take live and rock this, hopefully. And, you know, maybe we'll make some money to spread around. All right, so let me just pause this right now until we come up to that signal, and then we'll take it. All right, so I am waiting for the next ES setup here. Now, the ES, has been key. The Dow has been very good. Let's take a look at the Dow chart here for a second. There hasn't been that many signals on the Dow today. Actually, I haven't seen any overbought levels. It's very interesting to take a look at this. I want to show it to you right now. This is kind of an interesting chart. Let's try to get this focused in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to X out the NQ chart, and we'll just take a look at both of these right now. I'm going to go right over here to the tradometer. And it's only been, 3 really good signals here, and that last signal has been climbing up. We haven't been overbought yet. Same, the ES has given us a couple good setups. We've taken most of these. Well, I actually taken 2 of these, and I think the 1031 and then the one here right before 11:30. We took both of those for 2 trades. I will take the next one live. I'm all set up for it. I'm going to change over here. You're going to see me get back over here, and we'll take this one live. I'll change it to live. Just to let you know that the sim is yellow. It's great for testing. This program right now is called Bracket Trader. It's for IB, Interactive Brokers. But you could also, if you're using Stage 5 trading, they have a DOM also. And, I know Infinity and some other platforms have that DOM. But it's important to have a sim and a live button. I think that's really important. If you have a strategy, you don't want to try to, you feel it's a little risky, but you feel sometimes to switch over to sim and just say, I'll take it and see how it worked out. But the live one, today with how things are working here, even though it's a Friday, off the air and willing to take the trade, it seems like a very organized market, and that's what we have to do. Remember, if you do get the tradometer, when it becomes public, if you're not out there on Day Trading Radio, which has already been offered to Day Trading Radio, subscribers are already using the tradometer with great success. So if you're a Day Trading Radio member, you could get it. If you're not a Day Trading Radio member, you're not going to be able to get it until February, I believe, 9th. And at that point, the price will be, I think, 49 and change. So just to kind of keep you updated. But you can go to the site and sign in. We're going to take the first, I think I told some of the teams, we're going to take the first group of, first 100 subscribers. We're going to give them a discount. And then from that point on, we're going to go. So we're going to lock in. We're going to give you a discount, a 10% discount on the first entry. Of course, down the road, this will go up in price, but you'll be locked in at the lowest price in the entry price, which will be this. This is a product that I already, taken 2 trades off of this. 2 trades, 350 gross after commissions, 334, just on 2 trades. This right now for me, I picture this to be, if we offer this monthly, as a subscription, of course, you could have a lifetime membership and you could own it outright. We haven't decided to offer that point right now. There's expenses we have to pay for this, the feeds and stuff, and the server space and everything else that goes along with the development and stuff. But you know what? At $49.95, $49.97, where it's going to be opened up, in February, you could cover that easily in one trade. So that's not an issue. The issue is this will be $100, $120, $150, $160 product a month down the road, no doubt about it. So if you get in 49, you're locked in for life, and so that's why we're offering that. That first bunch of people to get in here will be locked in, and we'll send out the coupon, and you'll get a discount, and we'll go from there. But right now, waiting for the next setup here. Just waiting for the next setup. Got the DOM ready. And it works great on your iPads, your iPhones, your Androids. It's compatible. Has great alerts on multiple indexes. You could trade the ES. You could trade the SPY off of this. You trade leverage ETFs, the SPXU, the SSO. Any way you want to trade, long or short. It gives you equal attempts on both. As you can see, we had 2. We had 1 short and 1 long. 1 short and 1 long, and this one I actually considered. I said, well, we got them fast, but that would have worked out too. I know it would have worked out because, lots of times we use that, our exit areas just to kind of give us an exit area. I always use the stochastics as the exit, the 1 minute stochastic.
NQ tradometer overbought.
So we're getting the NQs. We haven't gotten to the ES overbought level, so I'm waiting for that to come into play, and then we'll take that trade. All right. But the important thing is and I get a lot of requests for the videos, is that it works great on its own. But if you are able to draw a trend line in, or able to see a recognizable pattern, or able to see a profile zone, a volume profile level that's coming into play, it works. It adds another 10% to the probability. So we're talking 80 to 90% success rate here. That's incredible, Maybe we should even put it out for
Tradeometer
49. Maybe we should
overbought.
just start it off at 129. Haven't even decided. Anyway, February 9th. We'll be debuting this also at the trade show this February 28th to March 2nd. The New York City Traders Expo at the Money Show. We'll be having a booth there. We'll be trading this live on Monday because the market will be open on Monday, and we'll have the booth there.
NQ Tradeometer overbought.
And we'll be demonstrating that live. So if you could come down to that, definitely go to DayTradingRadio.com. There's a big link. There's a big box. Sign up for the trade show. That way you'll put you into a raffle, actually, for some of the memberships. We're actually raffling off memberships for the Tradeometer, and that's going to come out. We're going to do that today. You don't need to be present, but if you register through the link to the thing, we get the email list back, and we're going to use that email list to give out prizes and stuff. So it's a good thing to do. Go to DayTradingRadio.com and sign up through the Traders Expo link that you will see there in the big box. All right, so we're just waiting now. Just waiting. All right, I have a feeling we're going to be set up here pretty soon.
Tradeometer overbought.
I see some of the levels here coming into play. And if we take a look one more time at the indicator pack here, Tradeometer in itself.
NQ Tradeometer overbought.
We're here in the NQ. Let me put that back up here. I'll take down the YM. That's what I want to take down. You can see the arrow here. So you're going to get an audio alert, which you heard.
PS Tradeometer
and there we are.
overbought.
There we are, right there. We're overbought. All right, let's go for it. We're short. I'm only going to do one contract here. I'm going to take that short right here. Let's see if we get in on that. It's live. It's already starting to move back down. I don't know if I haven't been triggered yet. It will turn yellow. It already started moving back down on me. Oh, please. I should have just chased this down here. Let me move this down a little. Let me get my circle in here. Hopefully we'll be able to get this before it reacts. All right. So we are short right now. Well, not yet. Problem is,
NQ Tradeometer overbought.
It's up to you if you wanted to actually chase this thing here. I want to leave it here. My entry level is at 56.50. It's pushed down to 56.
Tradeometer overbought.
It'll change. I could have probably put a market order in. When I put it in here, I just put a limit order at 56.50 where it was trading at. It ended up ticking down, but I think we'll get filled here because it usually chops around here a bit. If we don't, but that the level is active right now. There we go. We're filled now. Let's see what happens here. Now, the market is pretty strong here. Let's not forget, the market is strong today. I always said that too. We have to be careful on the strong market here. As this rotates around and chops around, we'll let that percolate there. We'll take a look at the PSX. We're trading at the highs of the session, so there's a good shot to actually push a little bit higher. 5 minutes gotten extended here. It's one of the time frames that we use. But as we know, even up here we started getting embedded. So the only issue we have is if we actually embed and push higher and kind of squeeze. Called a little squeeze play, which is coming into 2 o'clock. You could definitely see that. A little squeeze play here. But, again, standing by the Tradeometer here, live, and we're ready to rock here. It's pushing up against us a little. Let's go back to the ES here so we can see a good picture of the chart here. You can see it chopping around this 57 level. 56.50 is our entry zone. seeing, just gotta let it go, right? I'm gonna get up, go to the little boys' room right now.
NQ Tradeometer overbought.
See where we're standing. All right, I'll be right back. All right, back here with you. A little empty bladder and a little profit in my pocket here. Simple as that, right? So what do we do here? Do we just cut it off here and take it off and just say, hey, we just made a fast? What are we up to here? I don't even know what we're up to. What do we make in here? ES here -1. Here we're up at $75. We could just take it off. You want to take it off here? Or we could just put a break-even stop in here. We could do that very easily. We could close it out. I would say close it out. Let's take it off. I don't know why I did that, but you know what? Because it's that easy. That's why I did it. Because I could continue to do that each and every time. The easy part is the entries. The hard part is the exits. As we come down to that 50-period moving average, that was $50 in 3 minutes right there. Now, if you could make $50 in 3 minutes on a tradometer every single time, then I would say that's a great little thing that you could do right there. We'll let it play. Let's go to the sim mode again now. Move it over to sim, and then take that short again, and just see what would have happened. All right. But I like that $50 little shot there, $50 shot here, $50 shot there, $50 shot there. That all plays out well after. When you have high probability setups like this and playing out perfectly, you have to take them. And a lot of people might say, well, you could let this thing run. Well, that's the strategy if you want to use it. What this does for you is it marks the entries, the highest probability entry. Just like the best analogy is you're sitting at a poker or blackjack table, and you're waiting for your hand, and you get that face card, and that the dealer has a 5 or a 6 or a 4 maybe is showing, and she has a bust card. This is where you double down. This is where you take your bet. This is where your odds are in your favor. So you might as well take that trade. At this point, you could take it off the table. You get up off the table, you take a winner, you move to the other table, you wait for the same setup, or you let it ride. You get in again. It all adds up. It all adds up. If that was 5 contracts, it would be $250. Just like that. But I'm a big believer of the moving averages and seeing how the trend moves. And we had we had that 200. We have the 20 and 50. The market has been trying to hold above that, so I understand we got a profit on that. That's the only reason I did that. It's because we pulled back to that 50. This could continue to move down. This could probably be another great pullback called. But you know what? We have nothing to worry about now. Nothing to worry about. We'll come back for the next setup. Well, you can see the pullback here has been in perfectly timed once again. There's not much else I could say about this. I mean, the video's getting up close to an hour. I've been trying to concentrate on the alerts. So we haven't had many today, but the ones we've had, we've nailed, and I'm very happy about that. I'm going to get to start doing my research today. It's almost 3 o'clock. I haven't started my research for Day Trading Radio members on our stock side. The future side is taken care of. There's no doubt about that. We got that covered. If you're interested in it, check out DayTradingRadio.com. We'll give you a nice little, nice little tour of the site. Check it out for a 2-week free trial. Come by. See you at the trade show, maybe. And as you can see, we're about to shut this video down and send it out. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or feedback, you could get back in touch with me. If you have questions and feedback on the Tradeometer, you can get in touch with me with at let's see here, admin, ADMIN, admin at Tradeometer. That's TRADEOMETR.com. That's admin at tradometer.com. Admin. Or you could just contact me at ironaction@yahoo.com. This market here is going to pull back a little bit further. All right. We'll talk to you soon.